Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 5th to the 11th. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we're going to jump right in. As always, the blue asterisk, the best aspects of the week. Yeah, and you just came out of an amazing full moon in Cancer. I dropped these forecasts a few days before the week begins, so you could be experiencing it right now. You could be moving into it. It's in your 10th house of career. So there's definitely some things that you needed to see. You probably closed some doors. There's some chapters that may have ended. Maybe you let out a good cry. A good one, right? Tears of joy. Tears of joy. It was conjunct Jupiter. Come on. It's a great full moon. And yeah, the big thing, though, is that you said goodbye, bye to 2025. Now, 2025 is gone. We're in 2026, and now you're ready for some serious growth. You're in Capricorn season. You got a job to do, and that's locking in your legacy. And for you, Libra Nation, it kicked off right off the bat with that full moon in Cancer in your 10th. Capricorn natively rules the 10th, okay? So this is you having structure, discipline, ownership. There's a high level of being real with yourself. Capricorn is Saturn ruled. Yeah, it's grounded in what's real. It's not dreamer energy. That comes later. No, so there's no clicking heels here, okay? If you're in Kansas, you're in Kansas, okay? Capricorn is doer energy. It's all about gains and the outcome, having a strong finish, all about success. And you are about to roll up your sleeves. Look, you got Mercury, Venus, the Sun, and an exalted Mars, all traveling together like a pack, right? Conjuncting, merging their energies this entire week. And Capricorn rules your 4th. And so, yeah, you got a lot of home and family energy. Oh, you're going to have some experiences. This is a lot of energy. And it's not just home and family. It's your emotional center, your emotional foundations. It's your private life. It's all of that. There's some major activity here. Significant other and parents and children and real estate, property matters. Some of y'all thinking about moving or, moving in with someone or buying real estate, but you are definitely going to be proactive and practical and pragmatic and professional, prioritizing all the words. Yep, you're going to walk the walk, you're going to talk the talk, especially in the foundations of your life. And since Capricorn is all about achievements, there's going to be at some point this week, just take a step back and say, wow, I did that. I built that shed. Yeah, I bought that mansion. I love life. They whatever you want. It's all about your long-term. It's all about your long-term goals here. Okay, but you are definitely going to be immersed in this week with this ultra rare triple kazimi with the Sun, Venus, and Mars starting Tuesday, January 6th. I talk about the kazimis, the conjunctions, a lot more in your January forecast from last week, as you know. So I probably won't repeat the same information here. Just know that this is the Sun conjunct your ruler, Venus, at 16 degrees. Now this, yes, it happens once a year, but we are going to have it twice a year. Well, remember, from your 2026 forecast, the Venus retrograde at the end of the year, that will be in your sign. Wow. And that just feels so far away, doesn't it? Anyway, you got a reborn Venus. She's got all her powers. She's bursting with charm and magnetism, and therefore you will too. Especially, again, in your 4th house of home and family, and really big emphasis on love and marriage and your significant other. Or, if you're seeking it, what a great week. What a great week. You're going to be attracting everything or anyone that you desire with your magnetism and your charm, but in a very structured way. It is Capricorn energy. So that's regarding relationships, creative projects, the way you do business. Venus, as your ruler, as you know, is also money. and your values and finding the beauty in all things, right? It's a great time to date. It's a great time to treat yourself, to network, to negotiate, to entertain, have a tea party in your new home. Yeah. Break out the chessboard. Whatever you do, you're going to have so much fun. That thing where you got to put your hands and your feet on those colored circles. Yeah, bring that back. Bring that back. But here's the thing. The most important takeaway is that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, Chronos, Father Time, and Venus is your values. So with a reborn Venus, make it very clear to yourself what is worth my time and is it being honored? And this is going to have a huge impact on you, and it will change everything for you because two things here. Saturn happens to be exalted in your sign, so you know Saturn very well, and Venus is your ruler. Now, another thing that's happening, by the way, is that let me see. Yeah, so the moon will be in Virgo, trine Juno this day. Juno is in Capricorn. So a lot of y'all really maybe, selling a house, buying a home, things like that. All right. We'll talk about it in the second spread. Now, Wednesday, January 7th, you got Venus conjunct Mars at 18 degrees. Remember, Venus, Mars, and the Sun all at that same degree, conjuncting, moving together, 17, 18, right? So this conjunction with Venus and Mars, it really feels like a cannon, right? Against those kazimis. It's powerful. It's highly intimate and intense and applesauce bonkers. I mean, this is your desires. It's your passions. It's Mars, right? It's romantic, sensual, creative. You're going to feel all those sparks rolled up in one. It's off the Richter scale. You got a reborn Venus and an exalted Mars. This is momentum on your journey moving forward, your long-term goal. So please use this at the very least. Please network. Please be social. Take inspired action. Again, if you're single, this is the time. This is such a great week. And even if you're a relationship, this is perfect. This just brings, you feel it in your bones. This is just so special. And even if you're not here for that, this is great for like family outings, meeting the parents. This is great for, looking at houses. You're going to feel this. It's really, really, really nice. And just remember, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, right? So we didn't get this last year. Please use it. All right. Now, the other thing is, they say the moon in Virgo. We have the moon in Virgo. Okay, for a few days here. Therefore, the moon in Virgo will conjunct the south node in Virgo, and that can be a little draining. It's karmic. It's old patterns that may resurface, but it's also trine the kazimi. Virgo rules her 12th house of the subconscious, of rest and retreat, of healing, of intuition, spirituality. So we'll talk about that in the second spread. Now, where we talk about the lunations and asteroids and planetoids. Now, Thursday, January 8th, now you've got Mercury sextile the North Node in Pisces, trining the South Node in Virgo, 10 degrees. I think that you're really, really, really going to like this. There may be some changes to expect around here that you're putting in motion. Like you are moving the needle forward. I mean, this is Mercury in Capricorn. This is very strategic. It can be even strict, but it's your words carrying weight and they're going to stick. Okay. And this matters because it's with the nodes of fate. You could have a conversation, an idea, an elevator pitch, any of that, where something's destined to happen around this, all right? You could make a life-changing decision. You could hear good news, receive messages, just such a beautiful moment, okay? And I really do love the fact that Venus is just so bright and shiny and just so great right now. You could actually be doing some decorations to your home and renovations, etc., etc. Cross watchers, by the way, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your husband, Bill, or your sister, whoever, right? Capricorns, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini will feel this sextile the most, okay? Remember, sextiles are windows of opportunity. Planets, if you have planets in your natal chart, 9 to 11 degrees, then you will feel it the most. And then on Friday, January 9th, by the way, back to the 8th, that's when the moon moves into your sign. It's going to happen later at night, and you will, it's going to trine Pluto. That one's fun. You like the moon in your sign. It's going to trine Pluto, so that can bring you a lot of pleasure and joy. That is your 5th house. Now, Friday, January 9th, the big one, right? Mars kazimi, the sun conjunct Mars at 19 degrees. The last time we had this was November 18th, 2023 in Scorpio. And so, yeah, you could have gotten a new job. You could have bought something really big around that time. You could have there could have been some movement with money, changes with money and finances. But the bigger thing here is Mars's journey since then. Okay, so for 2 years, since November 2023, he's been in aspect after aspect after aspect. He's been doing these long retrogrades and signs that he doesn't do well and signs that he doesn't even like. He's got nothing in the tank until now. He's getting 1,000% of his power basking in that sun. Right? And this is an exalted Mars being reborn. So this is when you feel that rush of adrenaline. And it's a 2-year cycle being set up for you. And that's why there's something moving here in terms of the foundations of your life, your 4th house, home and family. All right? And remember, this is significant. Mars is exalted here. He does his best here. He's in warrior mode. So you will feel very valiant and heroic and plucky, yeah, especially toward your long-term goals. All right. This, by the way, is the day they perfect. This is the peak moment, but they're still going to conjunct all the way to the new moon. It's a week. Right, Ruby? So you can feel really charged up. I mean, Mars is drive. He is physicality. He is libido. He's ambition. But also, that said, he can be competitive. He can be impatient. He can be aggressive, right? So if you want to flip over your knitter table, if that's on your list of achievements, go for it. But don't forget, Capricorn rules your reputation. And and I'm sure you've got a nice dinner table. So channel this energy constructively. Go make things happen. All right. Start a new home project. Start a garage band, cover band of the Goo Goo Dolls. Venus actually softens all the edges here. But there is a lot of energy to exert, so please use this. You are creating your reality. Go create. This is your time. This is a big, big window of opportunity. Now, who's going to feel this the most? It's going to be the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Then I am going to throw in the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah? And I'm talking about all of the conjunctions, okay? I probably am going to throw you in there. I mean, Venus is your ruler, so you're in there too. All right, Libra. Now, if you have any planets 16 to 20 degrees in any of those signs, all those planets will be aspected. You will really feel it. Now, the weekend, this is going to be a weekend, okay? You've got the Sun, Venus, and Mars all opposite Jupiter, 20 degrees. And you're going to feel it really strongly on Saturday. And yeah, it's 3 versus 1. It's on the Cancer Capricorn axis. And this is really relevant because that's work, career, home, family. Okay. And so it's kind of that tug of war between power and protection, duty, responsibility, obligation, and care and comfort. So it really is all about how you handle this opposition. You obviously want to absorb more of that Jupiter energy, which is expansion and protection and comfort and opportunity. So, and Jupiter's exalted. Remember that. So he's strong, but likewise, so is Mars. So if there's a face-off that's really strong here, it would be between them. And so what does that mean? It means this weekend, you could feel that tug of war between work and home. The other thing is that you could feel extra nurturing or sensitive or even defensive or, with Mars, like reckless around home and family. But just know that, again, it's how you use these energies, because there are payoffs here with Venus, your ruler, together, opposite Jupiter. I mean, these are the two benefics. So it can bring generous outcomes in money, in relationships. There's feel-good moments. Just avoid overspending. That would be like the lower expression of Jupiter. And with the sun here, it's all about validation and recognition. You just want to avoid overconfidence, okay? You do have the benefit of Mercury. And Capricorn, again, just brings that sensibility, logical thinking. And so over this weekend, it really is all about tempering expectations and not expanding conflict should it arise. And I think that you are going to be in the zone because the moon will be in your sign all weekend long. So it brings this level of diplomacy. He's a Libra. Now, here's the thing. You got Venus, Mars, the Sun, Mercury in Capricorn. You have Jupiter in Cancer, right? And then you've got the moon in your sign. And so the moon is going to square over here, the planets in Capricorn and also Jupiter in Cancer. And so it's going to trigger that opposition, meaning you have a T-square, okay? But you throw in Chiron, who's in Aries, at 22 degrees. Just a little bit out of orb, but only a few degrees. So you have a grand cross, a grand cardinal cross. It's all the cardinal signs, Aries, you, Cancer, and Capricorn. We'll talk about this in the second spread, but just know that it can be an emotional weekend with the moon in your sign. Yeah? And possibly a decision that you're going to have to make about something. But you do have an exalted Jupiter, and you have the benefit of the triple kazimi. Let's get started. See what's going on for you, Libra, for January 5th to the 11th. For Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. Libra. Libra Nation. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, well, yeah, we will. You know we will. You know I got you. Libra, the other thing is that y'all are amazing. I'm very excited for you this year. You got so much happening that's so amazing. So much focus on partnerships. You love that. By the time we get to the end of this month, ooh, you're going to have so much fun. Oh, send me photos. I mean, you're going to have a lot of fun. Anyway, let's get started. You're good. Okay. You're good. You're going to get a little bit of... You're really good here. What an amazing week. You got the 6 of Wands. So, yeah, again, that Jupiter conjunct full moon in Cancer could have been actually really great for you. And remember, let it play out. You'll feel the energy of that like days. This was a strong word, like a week before, a week after, right? You could still be feeling a lot of that energy. But the 6 of Wands is victory. It's success. It is public recognition. It's a procession. He's being cheered on. And so I really love this for you. Ones are all about your passions, actions that you've taken. This is an inspired action. I mean, he wouldn't be on that horse otherwise, right? Leading you straight into the Eight of Wands and the heart of your spread. Oh, you're going to feel movement. These conjunctions, kazimis, are strong. Look at this. This is only one of 2 cards in all of tarot where there's no figure, no person, no nothing. It's just 8 wands zipping through the air. That's movement. It's swiftness. It's again, your passions, creative energy. This is life force energy. You know, wands have the spirit of fire. And so, all aligning for you. This is absolutely amazing. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of movement this week. And we do call this, the Eight of Wands, like the arrows of love as well. If you're here for that, yeah, this looks really great. Oh, yes. King of Pentacles in your challenge area, but there is a connection with him in the Four of Pentacles in your crown. And so it looks like there may be some not seeing eye to eye with someone about money. Yeah, I got to put my glasses on. About money. And, there is going to be a point where the moon in Virgo will trine Uranus in Taurus. That is your 8th. And so there could be something there. But again, there just may be someone here. I mean, it is the King of Pentacles. It could be a father figure. It could be paternal. It could be a grandfather figure. But there, because you have so much concentration in that home sector, but it could also be like a banker. It could be, your CPA, or, you know what I mean? Like, because Uranus and Taurus is in your 8th. And so that is like taxes and loans and investments and inheritance and all of that. So just keep that in mind. There may be someone who's just a little like, yeah. And that may be the thing where you're just like, okay, let's talk about this. Let's really compromise here, because you do have the Four of Pentacles. Now, remember what I said. All this Capricorn energy just happens to be in your 4th house because it rules your 4th house of the foundations of your life. And this card is attributed to Sun and Capricorn. It is a Capricorn card. So there's a lot on your mind in terms of that is reflected in the astrology as well. Home, family, your domestic sector, building that structure. Remember, Capricorn energy, structure, right? As you move forward. And this is saying a little bit of, okay, gonna do some savings, maybe do it, I've got to put some money down on a house or do some decorations or whatever it is. It's you being very honest with yourself. Just don't let the money own you. Yeah, the way that it's happening here. He's got a crown, like a pentacle on his crown. He's got the one clutched really tightly to his chest. He's standing on 2 pentacles. He's disconnected from earth. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. All right. Now, 4 of Swords, your card. This is great. This is great. It's that Zen moment. It's absolutely amazing because it is saying that you are taking time out for yourself. And that's something that you should do this week because there are such just bonkers energy. And so have your time, especially with the fact the moon will be in Virgo. You will. It's your 12th house. And the 12th house, like I said, it is like rest and retreat, but it's also like solitude. This is stillness of mind. This is saying, okay, I'm going to take a little break. There's a lot of energies happening. I know that there's 4 Pluto conjunctions at the end of this month. There's got to be some activity. And so I'm just going to take a little, whenever you need to. All right. Even the 8 of Wands here. Whoosh, a lot of action. Then you have the Queen of Cups in your future. That's amazing. She is Cancer. And so this is really great. Cancer rules the home, by the way, rules the fourth house. So you have that overlap with that full moon to begin with. So this is amazing. This is someone who has a lot of comfort in what she does. She leads with her heart. She has so much heart to give. She has a lot of empathy and compassion and so much self-love, but she has that maternal quality. Remember, it's your fourth house, so that could come out, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's like limited to family, by the way. It can be like, your tribe, your squad, and like you're that one that you're the rock for everybody. So this is great. This is great, and it's very spiritual. It's in a place where you just feel good. You feel comfortable. You feel at home, but also a lot of intuitive energy. You being able to trust your intuition, connect with your intuition, being able to just see the things that you have to see, right? Let's get to your stuff. You're good. Libra Nation. Well, okay, so if you like this reading, it'd be great if you subscribe, share, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on. And I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Libra, come on. I'm really looking at some things. Like some of y'all are moving. Or moving in with someone. Like moving in with a partner or something. Okay, let's okay. Let's talk. You want to talk? Let's have a chat. You got the devil. You still got it. There's some things you got to, it's like it kind of sneaked past 2025. We're going to remove it, okay? And the devil just happens to be Capricorn, right? And so, again, there may be something here with home, family, the structures of your life, your private life, your personal life. You see the two people from the Lover's card chained to the devil. So just bear that in mind. This is something that it really is everything that you think the devil card would represent. It's obsessions and addictions and bad behavior, pessimistic thinking as well. It's self-sabotage energy. It's codependency. It all exists here. And so there may be something where you confront a little bit of your shadow side this week. Okay? Let me just look at something for you. Just the fact that you do have Uranus and Taurus, and it will be connecting with the moon. It's a great aspect that allows you to easily, I wouldn't say easily, but it's not a challenge. Yeah. So really great. You see the chains here. They're chained to the devil. Chains are loose. Yeah. So you can break free whenever you want. And that's Uranus energy anyway. It's all about freedom. Now, Ten of Swords in your external factors area. Yeah. That's why you have that Four of Swords here. The Ten of Swords is indicating there is something here that you could have been going through a lot. And this week, there may be something that it's like the season finale. It's done. A lot of it's upstairs, up here. Yep. Remember, that's why you've got this peace of mind here. And it may be the end of a relationship. It may be the end of just something that you're grateful it's finally done. And the Ten of Swords, you see the sun coming out on the horizon. We call this the card of new dawn. All those dark clouds are clearing. And so all these swords, look at his hand gesture. It's the same hand gesture as the Hierophant, right? The high priest. And so there is a sense of whatever you went through, you might have had to become a stronger person. And once you learn from all of that and use it to empower yourself, you never have to go through that experience again. That's just how this works. It's the end of a cycle. It's a 10, right? So you want to, and with, the South Node so active this week, even the North Node, even Saturn, all this Capricorn energy, right? Saturn is karma. There is something to be said about these karmic cycles, and that is something we'll talk about in the second spread. But yeah, it might be something with another person as well that's involved here. It's just like you're seeing partnership energy, but more in terms of how you feel about this. All right. It does feel like there's some letting go, some release that could be helpful and supportive. You have that Queen of Wands. I really like that. Okay. You are looking to be at the top of your game. She is the most social queen. She attracts whatever she wants. Yeah, she gets whatever she wants. And speaking of what I said here earlier, and even in the Ten of Swords, remember like that shadow side, you do see the black cat here. And well, two things. A, I'm not sure if you're into Egyptology, you would know that. You can see the pyramids, right? Cats were worshipped back then. They were powerful. So this is representing power. She's got a lot of power. B, her shadow side. She's good. All right. She's confronted it. She's okay with it. That's what makes her so magnetic. That's why people gravitate toward her, because she's got all that confidence. She gets to be her authentic self, and she practically invented the law of attraction. And so move in that direction. Know that you can attract whatever you want. And that's part of your storyline here is getting that, right? Having everything. And you can. The only thing that would get in your way would be yourself, right? Especially with this 12th house energy, because the 12th house is also like the lower expression would be like self-sabotage. And you have it like for 2 to 3 days with the moon in Virgo. But again, you want to vibrate at that higher frequency. Yeah. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because you did get the 4 cups in your final outcome. So it looks like there is going to be something here that you might not be completely happy with. There may be some, this card is associated with like emotional discontent and apathy and boredom. And I'm not saying that's you. I'm saying that's the card, right? And so he is crossing off his heart. Yeah. And so you even see the Hand of Spirit offering a 4th cup. The Hand of Spirit you only see in the aces. This is a big moment. This is the only card that the Hand of Spirit appears in outside the aces. Therefore, this is a significant card. You want to pay attention. He's kind of just like, with that 4th cup, and he's already got 3. So this card really has a lot to do with graciousness and gratitude and being grateful for the things that you do have. Yeah. Like the fact that you have a roof over your head, the fact that Cheetos exist. Being grateful for those little things, or the things that you tend to forget, right? Being grateful that, some people out there have nothing. And so this is just saying, raise your frequency and you will be able to have that. Attract whatever you want. I'll check that 4 cups. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. So if there's something that you don't get, or something that you're just not happy with, just remember there are some experiences you may have this week because you were meant to. Okay? And that's what life is. We have challenges every day, right? We say Disney, right? I always make that Disney analogy that life is not a Disney movie. And even if it were, every main character in a Disney movie must go through their challenges to have their fairy tale ending. And you have an enormous fairy tale ending here once you raise your frequency. Wow, you got the Empress, the goddess. This is everything that you would want. This is passion. This is pleasure. This is living life through your passions, through your pleasures, everything that's happening right now this week. This is abundance. You see your symbol, the symbol of Venus in her stone-shaped heart. You're gonna, yeah, she holds that golden scepter that creates all this luxury and abundance and richness. And this is really amazing. Anything she touches turns to gold. You're going to be fine. And this is also, she has like a maternal side too. And just look how comfortable she is, right? It's amazing. I love this for you. And there's this sense of growth, right? And she is a 3, so this is all about creation. So something new happening in your world, but you've got to be able to raise your frequency, okay? You put out there what you want to get back, right? And that's how karma works. But that's how the world works. What was I was going to point out something else. Oh, yeah. And the other thing is that you did get 3 4s. Yeah. And 4 really is all about structure. So it looks like this week, that's something that you're going to be focusing on. And it can be in your physical world. It can be spiritual. It's just structure moving forward. Think about 4 legs of a table. Yeah. That stability. Okay. So you're actually good. There's a lot happening here. There may be something that, and also remember, this is a weekly reading, right? So there's something that doesn't come to fruition yet, right? The keyword being yet. But then again, that's amazing. Empress, wow. That's a lot of passion. Next week, Libra, you are, we're going to go deeper in the aspects. There's a lot happening. You do have that new moon in Capricorn. There's a lot. All right. And then Tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. You know where to find the link for the second spread. We will go through all these aspects with the moon and the Grand Cross in that you're a part of with the moon and Libra over the weekend. Anyway, anyone's welcome to join. If you like this reading, it'd be great. If you like, subscribe, share, leave comments, hype. That's it. What did I say earlier? Hype. That's a new thing on YouTube. Hype the video. Anyway, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much, Libra Nation. I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.